Want to speak real Urdu from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at urdupod101.com.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Urdu Top Words. And today our lesson is Top 10 Phrases You Will Need for a Date. Okay guys, so before we jump right into the lesson, I would want to talk about a bit about our culture and how is dating in Pakistan. So as you all might already be familiar with that Pakistan is an Islamic country. So I would say that more than 50% of the marriages are arranged marriages. So yeah, you don't get to date a lot when you are in high school or in university. That being said, people do date. I mean, it's something natural and they might not announce it publicly that they are dating, but yes, couples do date. They get to know each other, and if they feel confident enough and with the blessings of their family, they do get to get married too. But yes, you have to be just a bit more careful when you are in your workspace or when you are in your university, and you need to be sure when you are asking someone for a date how to approach that subject rather than just going straight away, yeah, I would like to go on a date with you, you know. This might come as strong or a bit more offensive. You need to have a certain kind of tact to handle these kind of situations. Let's get started. क्या आप मेरे साथ डेट पर चलेंगी? क्या आप मेरे साथ डेट पर चलेंगे? Will you go on a date with me? So a very quick note, if it's a man, चलेंगे. If you're asking a woman, चलेंगी. I would really not suggest you just ask like, would you go on a date with me? Rather, I would say maybe, क्या आप मेरे साथ कॉफी पीने चलेंगी? क्या आप मेरे साथ कॉफी पीने चलेंगे? So I think it's more tactful to approach the subject and receive, you know, the signal from the other person that are they really interested in talking to you with a cup of coffee or tea or whatever. आप इस हफ्ते के आखिर में फारिग हैं? Are you free this weekend? Yes, I think this is quite harmless sentence and a very tactful way of approaching the subject as per to say dating. क्या आप मेरे साथ रात के खाने पर चलेंगी? क्या आप मेरे साथ रात के खाने पर चलेंगे? Will you go for dinner with me? Again, guys, if you want to know more about masculine and feminine nouns and verbs, please do check our videos, which we did only for grammar and the sentence structures. Visit our website and there are a lot of videos about grammar structures, especially for verbs and nouns. आप बहुत हसीन हैं. You are so cute. So we use the word haseen actually for beautiful, and there is one more word for beautiful that is khubsurat. So you can either use haseen or khubsurat, and I translated it as you are cute. So if you want to say someone cute, I think you should say आप cute हैं rather than haseen. हम कहीं और चलें. हम कहीं और चलें. Shall we go somewhere else? Yeah, maybe it's too crowded or noisy. So if you want to change the restaurant, so it's a good sentence to know. मैं आपको फोन करूँगा. मैं आपको फोन करूँगी. I will call you. This is a sentence that you can use anytime actually. May it be your workplace, may it be dating, or may you be just talking with your friends. I'll call you. मैं आपको घर छोड़ दूँगा. मैं आपको घर छोड़ दूँगी. I will drive you home. As I said, we are a pretty secular society, so we don't tend to see this kind of attitude that people go on a date and they are being dropped by their date at home. It's a good sentence to know if you need it, but we don't generally use it. हम कल किस वक्त मिलें? हम कल किस वक्त मिलें? What time shall we meet tomorrow? Pretty obvious. If you're going on a date, you need to be on time, but people don't tend to be on time. That is a general attitude in Pakistan. क्या मैं आपसे दोबारा मिल सकता हूँ? क्या मैं आपसे दोबारा मिल सकती हूँ? Can I see you again? I don't know. I'm busy. Yeah. आपका इस जगह के बारे में क्या ख्याल है? What do you think of this place? Yeah, pretty harmless to ask. What do you think of this place? I like it. It's sassy. Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and this is Afra. Welcome to our series Urdu Top Words. So today our lesson would be top 10 questions that you should know. So let's get started. Aapka naam kya hai? What is your name? So the first question is, Aapka naam kya hai? What is your name? Mera naam Afra hai. My name is Afra. Aap kahan se hain? Where are you from? Aap kahan se hain? Where are you from? मैं लाहौर से हूँ. I'm from Lahore. आपकी सालगिरह कब है? When is your birthday? आपकी सालगिरह कब है? When is your birthday? मेरी सालगिरह नवंबर में है. My birthday is in November. आप कहाँ रहती हैं? Where do you live? आप कहाँ रहती हैं? Where do you live? मैं लाहौर में रहती हूँ. I live in Lahore. So guys, you're going to notice that in a lot of questions, I'm going to be using some words which I'm going to change according to the principles of masculine and feminine nouns and verbs. And if you want to know more about it, please do visit our website. We have a whole other series explaining Urdu nouns and verbs and how the rules of masculine and feminine apply to it. So please try to stay with me on this one. Aapka phone number kya hai? What's your phone number? So the next question is, Aapka phone number kya hai? What is your phone number? Mera phone number ye hai. My phone number is. So you just have to replace your number with the word ye, and ye literally means this. Aapne Urdu kahan se seekhi? Where did you learn Urdu? Aapne Urdu kahan se seekhi? Where did you learn Urdu? मैंने उर्दू urdupod101.com से सीखी. I learned Urdu from urdupod101.com, which would be true in your case. Okay. क्या आप पाकिस्तानी खाना पसंद करती हैं? Do you like Pakistani food? क्या आप पाकिस्तानी खाना पसंद करती हैं? So if you're a guy, you would be using करते हैं, but if you're a girl, you'll be using करती हैं. Do you like Pakistani food? जी हाँ, मैं पाकिस्तानी खाना पसंद करता हूँ. Yes, I like Pakistani food. क्या आप पाकिस्तान गए हैं? Have you been to Pakistan? क्या आप पाकिस्तान गई हैं? Have you been to Pakistan? जी हाँ. Yes. आप पाकिस्तान में कहाँ जाना चाहते हैं? Where do you want to go in Pakistan? आप पाकिस्तान में कहाँ जाना चाहते हैं? Where do you want to go in Pakistan? मैं लाहौर जाना चाहती हूँ. I want to go to Lahore. आप पाकिस्तान में कितने दिन के लिए हैं? For how many days are you in Pakistan? आप पाकिस्तान में कितने दिन के लिए हैं? For how many days are you in Pakistan? मैं 5 दिनों के लिए पाकिस्तान में हूँ. I am in Pakistan for 5 days. Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Welcome to Urdu Top Words. Our today's lesson is 10 Pakistani foods. So let's get started. Halwa puri. Halwa puri. Halwa puri. Halwa puri. मुझे हलवा पूरी पसंद है. I like halwa puri. Actually, this is one of my favorite ones. We usually eat it in our breakfast and it's very common in Pakistan. You can get it almost in every street. Karahi. 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 आपको कड़ाही पसंद है? Do you like karahi? I love it. Actually, karahi is a very traditional food in Pakistan and it's made from meat. You can use chicken meat, beef or mutton, but people in Pakistan actually prefer it in mutton. I love mutton karahi. Biryani, 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 biryani. मैं बिरयानी बनाने में माहिर हूँ. I'm an expert in cooking biryani. Actually, that's not true. My mother is. Biryani is a traditional food that is served in India, Pakistan, and also in Bangladesh. And it's one of the most delicious food that you will ever get to taste. It has so many spices and such a beautiful aroma, and you can actually feel all that aroma on your tongue. It's actually a mixture of rice and chicken curry, and you mix it, but it's much more than that, so you got to taste it for sure for yourself. Korma, 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 korma. आप कोरमा बनाने में माहिर हो? Are you an expert in making korma? Korma is a traditional food of Pakistan, and it is a form of curry. So we have mutton, beef, or chicken, and we make curry with it. But we have a very special ingredient involved in korma, and that are nuts. Lots of nuts. And the aroma with the nuts is very strong. So you should really taste it. Pie, pie, pie. Pie. Pie नाश्ते में खाए जाते हैं. Pies are taken in breakfast. Pies are, the literal translation is feet of a goat. And don't get scared, but we actually eat them, but not just like we just cut them and eat them. We clean them, and the way of sterilizing the feet of a goat is a very long process in Pakistan. So we burn the skin and we take off all the hair, we boil them so there are no more bacteria or germs in it, and we also cut them in half in order to make sure that they are sterilized properly. And after that, we cook them with special spices for this dish. And the gravy is very sticky, and they are really heavy in terms of calories, but everybody loves pies. No matter you are from Punjab or you are from some other province, but you would love it. So it's a must try if you ever visit Pakistan. Kofte, 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 kofte. मुझे कोफ्ते पसंद है. I really like kofte. Kofte is actually meatball. So we just have an egg in between, and we cover the egg with the meat, and it's really delicious. And when we are serving the food, we usually cut one kofta into two pieces. So you can imagine it looks like an eyeball. So in between you can see half of the egg, a boiled egg, and it's covered with lots of meat outside. It's really beautiful. Halim, 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 halim. Halim garam hai. Halim is hot. Trust me, people, you would really want to eat a hot halim because the spices, the aroma, it's just delicious. And I'm a foodie maniac. I mean, I love food. And halim is basically a combination of lots of different pulses cooked together with chunk of meat in it, and it's just heaven. Nihari, 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 nihari. Lahore ki nihari mashhoor hai. The nihari of Lahore is famous. I totally agree with it 100%. And I'm from Lahore, so take my word for it. Nihari is a curry, a thick gravy that we make from the meat of a goat, but it's taken from the thigh part, specifically from that part. And it's kind of also a bit sticky, and it's not really spicy, and we eat it with naan, always with naan. We never have any other kind of bread with nihari. So you should give it a try. And mostly people in Lahore and Punjab, they want nihari as their breakfast. I know, it sounds weird, eating such a heavy dish in the breakfast, but that's how we do it in Pakistan. Zarda, 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 zarda. Zarda शादियों के लिए एक मशहूर dish है. Zarda is a famous course for wedding reception. So basically zarda is sweet rice. So all the rice we make in biryani, they are spicy, but in zarda it's the opposite. They are sweet, and it also has many kind of pistachios and nuts in it. It's served as a dessert, you may call it. Yeah. Matanjan, 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 matanjan. Matanjan rangeen hai. Matanjan is colorful. So zarda and matanjan are like brother and sister. So Matanjan is also sweet rice, but it has many, many colors. The famous colors for Matanjan are white, red, pink, and green. And it also has rasgullas in it. And rasgulla is a small white sweet in Pakistan, and they include it in the rice in that when they're serving the dish. So it's really sweet, and it also has nuts in it, and also famous for weddings. So you should definitely give it a try.
When learning a new language, we sometimes have a hard time with things like procrastination, discouragement, or failure. But don't panic. With a good strategy, you'll be able to overcome these difficulties. Are you ready to discover the 4 habits of successful learners? Number 1, optimize your time. When learning a language, it's important to dedicate time to your studies regularly, even if sometimes it's difficult. You're busy with school, work, family, or friends, but you can spread out your learning throughout the day. Study whenever you have small gaps of time in your busy schedule. This can be when you're on the metro, on your lunch break, or while you're exercising. Our podcast learning format fits perfectly into your tight schedule. Number 2, consistency with your chosen method. There are a lot of options when it comes to courses and learning materials. Switching from one method to another can confuse you and disrupt your progress. Focusing on one learning method will make a difference. Our method has been created and optimized by real teachers, so you can stick to it with confidence. Number 3, use your language background. Many languages share some commonalities. You can find words that look or sound similar, or even share the same grammar structure. A little bit of language background will give you an edge while learning. Number 4, study continuously. People are excited when they start learning a new language. The enthusiasm usually lasts until the first roadblock. This can lead to discouragement and procrastination. But don't burn yourself out. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't try to learn it all at once. Break things down into more digestible chunks. Learning step by step might feel slow, but it's an efficient way to learn a language. With patience, motivation, and good resources, you'll master the language. Remember, you can't learn a language overnight, but with motivation and these daily lessons, you'll be on the road to fluency. Give it a try now. Sign up for your account. Just click the link in the description. Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.